So, what if I told you that the secret to waking up with tons of energy isn't about sleeping more, but about sleeping smarter? Seriously, this isn't about trying to find more hours in the day to sleep. It's about hacking the hours you already have so you can feel sharp, focused, and just fully charged. Let's dive in.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You do everything you're supposed to do. You go to bed on time, you get those full 8 hours in, but you still wake up feeling like you've been hit by a truck. Your brain is all foggy, and it's just one of the most frustrating feelings in the world.
And here's the thing. It's because we're focused on the wrong metric. See, 9 hours of choppy, low-quality sleep can actually leave you feeling way worse than, say, 6 hours of really deep, restorative rest. The real game isn't about getting more time in bed. It's about getting more effective time in bed. That's the difference between feeling drained and feeling ready to go.
And this brings us to a huge idea we really need to tackle head-on, this myth of the perfect 8-hour sleep. For years, we've been told it's the gold standard, right? But the science is starting to show that for a lot of us, more isn't automatically better.
Because the real secret to waking up feeling refreshed, it's not about duration. It's all about efficiency. It comes down to how well your brain moves through its natural sleep cycles during the night. If you can master that, you master your energy. So let's get into the science of it. To unlock this efficient sleep, we have to understand what's actually happening inside our brains while we're out. And it all starts with this thing called a sleep cycle.
You see, your brain basically operates on a schedule. All night long, it just repeats this little sequence, this sleep cycle that lasts for about 90 minutes. It goes from light sleep all the way down into deep sleep, then into REM sleep. And then it starts all over again. And that rhythm, that is the absolute key. Now, inside those cycles, there are two superstar stages you need to know about. First, you've got deep sleep. Think of this as recovery for your body. It's when your muscles repair, your immune system recharges, all that good stuff. And then you have REM sleep. That's for your brain. It's where you process memories, you boost your creativity, and you sharpen your focus for the next day. Getting enough of both is totally non-negotiable. Okay, enough with the theory. How do we actually use this information to get better rest in less time? Well, this is it. This is your practical, science-backed action plan to make your sleep incredibly efficient. All right, if you remember just one number from this entire explainer, I want it to be this one, 90. 90 minutes. This is the magic number. It's the foundational block for building a perfect night's rest. And here's how you use that number. Think of your sleep like a series of waves. Waking up at the top of a wave, at the end of a 90-minute cycle, like after 6 or 7.5 hours, that leaves you feeling alert and refreshed. But if your alarm clock rips you out of the bottom of the wave, right in the middle of deep sleep, that's what causes that awful groggy feeling.
Now, what you do before you even get into bed is just as important. Use this simple method, the 3-2-1 shutdown. 3 hours before bed, stop eating big meals so your body isn't working overtime on digestion. 2 hours before, stop working or doing anything stressful to let your mind calm down. And then 1 hour before bed, absolutely no screens. This whole routine tells your nervous system, hey, it's time to power down for some real rest.
But the process doesn't stop there. The moment your alarm goes off, the first thing you should do is get 10 minutes of sunlight. Don't even look at your phone, just get that light into your eyes. It literally shuts down melatonin production and resets your internal clock. After that, a quick splash of cold water on your face or a few push-ups will instantly clear away any leftover sleepiness.
All right, so once you've nailed down those fundamentals, there are a few next-level hacks you can use to really fine-tune your sleep and turn it into a genuine high-performance tool.
Let's talk caffeine. I know that 3 p.m. coffee feels like a lifesaver, but the data is pretty clear. It can totally sabotage your physical recovery. Caffeine hangs around in your system for hours, and even if you fall asleep just fine, it can slash your deep sleep quality by as much as 30%. So the rule is simple: no caffeine after 2 p.m., period.
Your bedroom environment sends really powerful signals to your brain. For the best sleep possible, you need to create a sort of sleep cave. It needs to be cool, right around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. It needs to be pitch black, so get some blackout curtains or an eye mask, and it needs to be quiet. These 3 things tell your body it's safe to go into its deepest, most restorative sleep stages.
And what about that racing mind? You know, when you lie down and your brain is just buzzing with to-do lists and worries? Well, that's your brain stuck in active beta waves. A super simple trick is journaling. Just taking 2 minutes to dump all those thoughts onto paper. It helps your brain shift down into those calmer alpha and theta waves, which is the perfect state to drift off into deep sleep. So let's bring all this together with a really important mindset shift. It's time to stop thinking about sleep as this chore, this necessary evil, or a waste of time. It's time we start seeing it for what it actually is.
Sleep is not a weakness. It's your ultimate performance tool. You know, mastering your recovery is so much more powerful than bragging about how little sleep you got. It's a strategic advantage that fuels literally everything else you do.
And this quote really says it all, doesn't it? The real goal isn't to win the competition of who can burn themselves out the fastest. It's about showing up the next day with a mind that's clear, a body that's calm, and an energy that is focused and ready to take on whatever comes your way.
And so I'll just leave you with this one final thought to reflect on tonight. When your head hits that pillow, are you just passing time, or are you actively and strategically recovering for the day ahead? The choice is all yours.